Welcome to week 3 of the free health anxiety course on YouTube. This week, we're diving into one of the most powerful tools for healing, mindfulness, and how it can help calm your nervous system. This will be a key turning point in your health anxiety journey. Now, before we jump into this lesson, I wanted to let you know that I have linked the worksheets and journal prompts for the full 12-week course in the pinned comments below. All right, let's get started. Why mindfulness is key for healing your health anxiety. So, health anxiety is rooted in a highly activated nervous system. Your body stays stuck in a fight or flight mode, constantly scanning for danger. And mindfulness teaches your brain and body to respond with calm instead of panic. Okay, so here's the key insight. The goal isn't to eliminate anxious thoughts. It's to change how we relate to them. And that's exactly what mindfulness will help us do. The nervous system and anxiety connection. So let's break this down. Your sympathetic nervous system is your fight or flight response. This ramps up your heart rate, tightens your muscles, and makes you feel on edge. That's what fuels health anxiety. And it's your parasympathetic nervous system, on the other hand, is the rest and digest mode. It slows things down and calms the body and bringing balance. Mindfulness simply means being fully present in the moment without judgment. Mindfulness teaches you to observe your thoughts without getting pulled into them. Shift your focus from fear to what's real, and reduce reactivity to the symptoms or anxious spirals. Now, the most important thing to remember, you are not your thoughts. You, however, are the observer of them. So let's clear up some common mindfulness myths and truths. You don't have to clear your mind. You just have to notice your thoughts and come back to the present. You don't need an hour a day. Even 5 minutes can be powerful. Feeling anxious during practice doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. Mindfulness is learning to stay with the experience, not run from it. It's not about instant relaxation. It's about training or rewiring your nervous system to respond differently over time. So here's the 3-step mindfulness technique. Step 1, notice. Observe what's happening in your mind and in your body. Step 2, name it. Label it gently. This is simply anxiety. This is a thought. This is not reality, it's just a thought. Step 3, neutralize it. Bring your attention back to something steady, like your breath or your environment. I like to call this my anchor. It helps keep me anchored when there's a stormy sea tossing about, right? So now this practice helps to rewire your brain to respond instead of react, right? So respond to the situation instead of reacting. So when you go into presence, it helps you to slow things down, think it through, instead of just instantly reacting to the situation. The body scan meditation. Now, body scan meditation is a simple yet powerful practice for anxiety. And one of the best ways to ground yourself is using a body scan meditation. Here's how to do it. You sit or lie down comfortably. You close your eyes and focus on your breath. Then slowly scan through your body from head to toe, noticing any sensations without judgment or labels. And when anxiety shows up, it's okay. Gently return your attention to the breath. Using breath work to regulate anxiety. Your breath is one of the fastest ways to calm your nervous system. Here are 3 techniques you can try. A 4-7-8 breathing, where you inhale for 4 counts, hold for 7, exhale for 8. And I've got a video on my channel I can link it to this video so you can watch it. Very powerful technique. Box breathing, where you inhale, hold, exhale, hold, all for 4 counts. Right? You can increase that to 5 or 6 depending on your lung capacity and your comfort level. So box breathing. So inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold 4, inhale, hold, exhale, hold. That's why they call it box. Okay. Then an extended exhale, right? So you inhale 4, exhale for 6 or 8 seconds. So the key is to exhale for at least twice as long as when you inhale. Okay? Now the key insight is the slower breathing tells your brain that I'm safe. There's no danger here. It's okay to relax. And your body will respond to your thoughts, right? So your mind and your thoughts will often lead to how your body feels. So when you start having anxious thoughts and feelings, that's why your body will start to feel anxious and get tense, right? So we need to talk to our mind and reprogram it, rewire it for safety, thoughts of safety, instead of thoughts of anxiety or anxious thoughts. Handling anxiety during mindfulness practice. So it's completely normal to feel more anxiety when you first practice mindfulness. Now, your brain's not just going to stop being anxious, and it's not used to being with this discomfort. All right? So when it happens, try this. Accept it. It's okay to feel anxious. It's okay that these anxious thoughts come up. Now, get curious. What does this feel like? Right? So you get those anxious thoughts, kind of question those thoughts, like, how is this thought making my body feel? What's the relationship between my thoughts and my feelings right now? Okay? Go into awareness. And then remind yourself, anxiety is temporary. It always passes. It always has, and it always will. That's the nature of our reality. Everything is impermanent. It will rise and it will fall. Always the cycle. So every time you allow anxiety without reacting, you begin to reclaim your power. Okay? So, the guided meditation for this lesson is called Calming the Nervous System. It is designed to help you regulate your body's internal stress response, build emotional resilience, train your mind to observe anxiety without feeling it. Now, I want you to listen to it at least once per week. Ideally, you want to listen to it every day, right? Just to build up that habit. Retraining your mind takes multiple times to learn a new concept or skill, right? You just can't do something once and expect to master it. Rewiring your brain is the same thing, right? You can't just do something once and expect to rewire this habit that has been forming for the last year, several months, whatever, however long, right? So the longer you've been in this anxiety, fear cycle, the more diligent you have to be with practicing these concepts that I'm teaching you in all of these lessons, okay? All right, so this week's journaling prompts. What body sensations trigger my anxiety the most? Okay? How do I usually react to them? What mindfulness practices work the best for me? And then take these steps. Practice mindfulness for 5 to 10 minutes each day, right? You can try one breathing technique, like the 4-7-8 or the box breathing technique. You can use guided meditation at least once this week. Once again, do it every day, several times throughout the day for your breathing exercises. You know, when I was going through my health anxiety crisis, I would wake up first thing before I got out of bed. I would start doing my breathing exercises. Very, very first thing. right? So if I woke up and I was feeling super anxious, I start doing like the 4-7-8 breathing exercise, right? So and if I woke up and my anxiety was like at an 8, after that breathing exercise, it was a 2, right? So I don't know about you, but I would much rather start my day on an anxiety scale of 2 instead of an 8. When I was on my lunch break at work, I would do it again. Maybe for 10 or 15 minutes. I would dedicate 15 minutes of my 30-minute or my hour-long lunch to breathing. And it made a world of difference. And then also at night, before you go to bed, write in your journal about the anxious thoughts and feelings you had throughout the day, what your triggers were, how it made you feel, and remind yourself in the journal that they faded and they went away. Okay? All right, so you don't have to be perfect. You just need to keep practicing. And just like the rain in the back, it's temporary. It's impermanent. Yes, it might have been loud and annoying. Sorry, I'm not going to edit it out. But look, it's not as strong. It's faded. The same thing will happen with your anxiety when you practice these powerful techniques. Okay? All right, so key takeaways. Mindfulness is not about controlling thoughts. It's about observing them. You can train your nervous system to return to calm. I call it rewiring. Okay? Think of your brain like a computer, right? When you add lines of code, which is your thoughts, what you actively think about, that is a program. Okay? So if you don't like anxious thoughts, you need to replace that program with more peaceful, tranquil, loving, kind, positive thoughts. Okay? And I will post an affirmations video that you can watch. It will help just beat those positive thoughts in your head over and over and over again. I know when you're having a panic attack, anxiety attack, it's hard. It's so hard. And it's helpful if you have a video you can listen to and watch. And just listen to it and repeat those affirmations. Come up with your personal power mantra. Remember, flipping the script on your health anxiety trigger. Flip that script. Like with my heartbeat, right? I would always check my heartbeat. I was worried that my heart was sick and I would have a heart attack, right? So instead, I told myself, when I exercise, every time I exercise and got my heart rate up, it's not going to cause a heart attack. What it's going to do instead is strengthen my heart, make it stronger, make it less likely that I'll have a heart attack. So figure out how to flip your script. Breath work and body scans are powerful tools for regulation. Anxiety is like a wave. It passes when we don't resist it. Resistance is futile. I'm going to do a video on resistance is futile. If you're a Star Trek fan, the Borg were spot on. Don't resist things. Be like water, right? So if you practice today, drop something into a cup of water, like a glass, right? See how the water responds to this heavy object, like a little stone or something. What does it do? Does it resist it? Like a pane of glass would? Right? So think of the difference of a pane of glass or a glass of water, right? What happens when you drop a stone, a large stone, on a pane of glass? It shatters into a million pieces, just like anxiety, right? Because you're resisting it. Oh, I resist anxiety. I can't be anxious right now. Resist, resist, resist. You resist it, it's going to be painful, right? But if you're like a glass of water, be like water, right? You drop that stone in, the water catches it, absorbs it, and allows it to slowly settle. Gently. You need to learn how to reprogram your mind to be like that glass of water. Don't resist. Simply observe, be aware of this rock, right? This stone or your anxious thought. Just observe it and allow it to naturally settle without judgment, without labels. Sorry, I'm getting on a tangent. Okay, so you are learning how to calm your anxiety from the inside out. That's not just powerful, it's life-changing, okay? So every time you pause, you breathe, you observe, you are building resistance. Sorry, not resistance. We don't want to resist. You are building resilience. Yes, that's the other R word. So you're becoming someone who doesn't run from fear, but responds to it with clarity and with strength. And eventually, it will change into compassion and love. But at first, settle for the small wins, because the small wins over time will get bigger, bigger, bigger. Okay, so the final takeaway. Ooh. It's summertime here, and it's been so hot. I am so grateful for this rain. That's another thing. Focus on gratitude, right? So if you're one of those people that always complain about the weather, the temperature, try to find the positive spin, right? It's all about spin. I'm so very grateful for the rain and the moisture we're receiving, because it will help the plants grow. We'll have water to drink. Right? And when it's sunny outside and hot, I'm grateful for the sunlight, feeding the plants, right? Producing chlorophyll. I'm grateful for the vitamin D that my skin will generate from the sunlight exposure. Just whatever you can come up with as far as like a positive thought, right? Eliminate the negative, accentuate the positive. So, final takeaway. Sorry, I keep rambling. Let me know in the comments if you like my rambling or if you just want me to stick to the script. Some people might like it. I don't know. Let me know. So the final takeaway is your nervous system is not broken. It has simply been stuck in a high state of alertness. Now, through mindfulness, breathing, and present moment awareness, you can reset your nervous system, calm your body, and break free from the health anxiety cycle. Now, let's put this into practice with a meditation called Calming the Nervous System. It's designed to help you learn how to quickly and easily calm down your nervous system. And once again, I am Patrick Ferner with TransformingSad.com, wishing you excellent mental health. Namaste.